Jim, how many questions should I ask at an interview? In the past, I asked 3. It does not seem to be enough to get the good feel of an organization or the job. I love this question because it's difficult because a lot of employers don't leave enough time for you to ask an adequate number of questions. So Jim, couple of things with how to approach this. It's not the number you ask. It's, okay, what do I always tell you? Every step I've ever taken in my life, there's 2 things that go along with anything I attempt. 2, just 2. I'm going to win, okay? I'm going to succeed. And there is a great possibility I will fail. Okay, I don't do anything in my life where failure is not a legit possibility, because if you're doing anything in your life where failure is not a legit possibility, you ain't growing. That ain't a life worth living, okay? So all y'all playing it safe, just remember that. Now, let's go back to the first point, because I am going to win. I always think that anything I do, I'm going to win or I'm going to succeed. Or because at a minimum, I'm going to look at it that way, because if I don't get what I want, I got the experience and I got some data, right? Okay. But I'm going to get into an interview process. They're going to hire me. That's what that means. They might not, but they're going to hire me. Now, when they hire me, this is how I work. I do this with my business. I do this with the people I coach. I'm going to win. They're going to hire me. When they hire me, what do I need to know? All my questions, all 80 of them. Okay? Hey, if you get the interview intervention free book package, there's 39 in the book. We throw another 75 booklet in there with how to interview the employer, and I just gave you another 28. If you can't take the 75 and the 28 and come up with whatever, okay, you're going to have enough questions. Then it becomes, all right, of these questions, what do I need to get answered? All right, what do I need to get answered? And then I got the other component is, when asking them along the way, I want to make sure that I'm selling myself. And I've given talks on that, how to ask questions in an interview. I wrote it in the book right there next to the pretty flowers from my wife's garden that I maintained while she was gone for 2 weeks. But there's all of that. Now I don't think about the interview. I think about the interview process. I'm going to win. They're going to give me a job offer. I got 8 interviews I got to go through. I don't need to get all the questions asked in this one. What I need to do in this particular one with the HR person is make sure I totally connect with them. What questions will they be equipped to ask for me? What questions do I, from a priority standpoint, need to know the most? Don't worry. You got the whole process. All right, Andy, that's great. But all the whole way, they only gave me 3 minutes each time to ask questions. So what? You get down to the end. Now, we're going to win, right? We're going to get the job offer. They say, hey, Jim, we love you. We want to hire you. Awesome. I'm receptive to an offer. I have some questions still. Some I can ask you, Mr. Recruiter. Some I need to ask Miss Hiring Official. Can I get some time on the calendar? Don't hold up the offer. But can I get some time on the calendar? I can talk with you. We can knock out a handful. And I've got some others. And I have a lot of questions, but there's only some that I absolutely need to get answered. I'm wondering if you could take some time. There's not an employer on earth worth working for that would not create the time necessary to answer all your questions. Why? Number one, I don't want any employee coming to my company without a full deck of knowledge of what they're getting into. Why? Because if you go there and you work there 2, 3, 4 weeks and you don't like what you saw, what are you going to do? You're going to leave. Now, I would argue some people come to me and they say, Andy, I took a job, but there was no way I could know it was going to be like this. And I would say, yes, there is a way you could know if it was going to be like this. Maybe you didn't go deep enough. Maybe you had blind spots. Maybe you didn't ask the questions the right way. Maybe you didn't ask them in venture into areas you should have. Maybe you only went a puddle deep, not kind of iceberg deep kind of thing. So, but think about it in the whole way. Then what I would say is, all right, each interview I go in, however long it is, doesn't matter. If they said to me, acid test, hey, Jim, let's start this way. What questions do you have for me? I would be able to conduct every interview, no matter how long, and never run out of questions. That's another way you want to look at it. So I'm going to win. I got the whole process to do it. If I don't get them all answered, I'm going to request more time, but I'm going to request more time when they're about to give me an offer, right? Because guess what? If you don't continue and they eject you early, who cares how many questions you asked? They're not going to hire you. You don't need to know anything. You're out of there. So you got to think about it this way. I love this question, but I want you to think about it this way. Grab the book deal. Grab the book deals for $7. You get the $30 hardbound, that thing. You get the $9 ebook. You get the audiobook that you can't get anywhere. You get the How to Interview the Employer, 75 great questions to ask before you take any job. There's 75. Go check the live stream. You get another 28, right? My 9 semesters of higher math say that's 103 questions right there. So check that out. That's a great question. I like that. I know this is a toughie, right? Because you don't necessarily think in those terms. You're gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.